Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see here, I've got Wind Whistler Generation 1 My Little Pony. Her hair should be pink, but over the years it has faded. I used to play with her a lot as a kid, so I'm guessing that's why. Her hair isn't in too bad a condition actually for her age. It's not frizzy or there's no cut plugs or missing plugs. So I'm going to repink her. What you're going to need is a comb or a brush. I prefer to use a comb. And I'm using this Colour Vibe Pastels wash in, wash out shampoo in a light pink colour. I think this is from Superdrug. I don't think you can get it in store anymore, but you can pick it up off eBay pretty cheap. I think this was about 50p a box, which isn't too bad, and that's going to last ages when you're using that side of stuff. You can get other ones as well that just wash in or wash out, but I found that this one isn't too harsh on the hair. So the first thing we're going to do is comb out any knots and tangles. You don't want those in the hair, because if you brush them out afterwards, you're still going to be left with the little white areas on your pony. And just make sure there's no knots on the tail. As I said, her hair isn't in too bad condition, so that's a good thing. Then after I've combed the hair, make sure you put a towel down as well, because it is going to stain. I was filming this at the kitchen table, so I just grabbed an old towel that's there and used that, because it doesn't matter if that gets any hair dye on it. So you're going to get the dye. You can wear gloves if you want, but I chose not to because it's not permanent. If you've got sensitive skin, I recommend wearing gloves. So this is the dye itself. It's very sticky, very jelly conditioner like. It doesn't go everywhere when you put it on, which is good. It's pretty sticky. So I'm just massaging that in top to bottom, down Wind Whistler's tail. It doesn't matter if you get marks on. I just rub that one off there. If you want to put a bit of Vaseline on, you can, just to stop anything going on to the plastic itself of the pony. As you can see, it doesn't really dye the hands, and you can see the difference already between the hair between the tail and the mane, which is good. Just going in again on the mane now. I'm going to try and get in bottom to top and just really massage it into the hair to make sure that it is all there and that I haven't missed any parts. You also want to make sure that you don't leave any bit on the lid like I did here. You don't want that to go everywhere when you close it. You can see on the top of her mane, near the roots, near the plugs, I missed a little bit, so I'm going to just go back and try and get that in there the best that I can. Trying to almost mush it in the hair, but I didn't want to frizz up her hair too much by rubbing it between my fingers all the time, so I was just trying to almost massage it in from the bottom up towards the end of the hair, which makes it easier. Obviously didn't want to waste anything either, so I took a little bit off of the towel then, because I only needed a tiny amount, and I didn't want a whole explosion of conditioner over my hand if I squeezed any more out of the tube. So just moving it around the hair. It's very, very pliable. It's not like a gel, it's definitely a jelly consistency, which makes it very, very easy to move it all through the hair. You'll see here I'm just noticing there's a few little bits there, so I'm going to grab a little bit more. Pony hair obviously is a weird thing. It's made from nylon. Obviously it's not human hair, so some bits take better than others. Let's not forget this hair is nearly 40 years old as well. I think I got Wind Whistler when I was about 6 or 7 years old, so she has been with me for a long, long time. You can see here that the colour is already starting to take place. It's starting to go a little bit darker, and don't worry if you see it getting a bit darker than what you want it to. When you wash it off, you'll see it doesn't stay as dark as what it is. Although I quite like this dark colour, this darker pink on her. It almost suits her. I don't remember Wind Whistler with pink hair. As I said, I've had her that long. I just remember her with white hair. But the pink pony hair from Generation 1 is known to fade anyway. So if you have that on your pony and the hair is faded, it's quite a common thing, and it's not too much to worry about. You can rehair them if you wanted to. I was going to rehair this girl, but I decided against it because her hair was great. So I've got the comb here, and I'm just going to go through making sure there's no knots left. Doing this also distributes the hair conditioner down as well. Make sure you're not leaving any of it. You can see some of it on the comb there. You can also reuse that and brush it back through the hair if you've missed any bits. I was just making sure that was gone all through the towel there, and that I hadn't missed anything through the hair. As you can see, it doesn't take long to take colour. It's pretty instant. They recommend leaving it on human hair for 5 minutes, but I left it for about 20 minutes on this girl just to make sure that it had gone on properly. I have left it overnight before as well. That didn't make too much of a difference in between 20 minutes or overnight. There was no harsher pinkness or darker colour, so I just leave it on for 20 minutes now, which is fine. It gives time for the hair to dry a little bit anyway and sort of take hold. But I think that looks pretty good. I'm just making sure I haven't missed that bit underneath. She hasn't had a spa day for a long time, so I think this was well overdue for her, definitely. But I think repinking hair is nothing to be afraid of. It's great fun, and it sort of brings your old ponies back to life, I think. So I'm going to leave this for 20 minutes and I will be back, guys. I think she looks much better already. These little bits here you can wash off with a face wipe or kitchen roll if you want to. I'm going to do that before I leave her to dry, just in case. It's not permanent, so it shouldn't mark, but with old plastic you never know. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Aha, here we are. She has had 20 minutes of the colour just sitting on her hair. I just left her on the sink just to make sure she didn't stain anything else, and I'd already washed the other bits off. So I'm just going to take the wash off of her hair, the conditioner off, wash it off and see what we end up with. As you can see here, it's much lighter. It doesn't look like it's actually dyed it at all, but when I show you a photograph of her at the end, a before and after, you'll be able to see the difference. It's a very subtle pink, which is what I like. I love the darker pink when the original dye was on, but I didn't want to leave it too long. I just wanted a slight pastel pink for her hair, and that is her. Let's see a before and after. I'll just load that up at the end for you. So as you can see, this was her before. I've taken this from the video. Light hair. Let's see her afterwards and what she looks like. I've also included this before and after of it next to each other, just so that you can see that there is a hint of pink on her hair. I think it looks much better than the white, and it has brought her back to life. As I said before, please don't be afraid of repinking your pony's hair. It really is that simple, and it's great fun, and it does bring them back to their former glory. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give me a like, give me a share. And if you want to follow me over on other social medias, you can. My name is Snipping Plastic Ponies. Across the board, you'll find me there. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.